and welcome to Ear to the Ground. We've got a very festive programme for you this evening.
Helen will be tasting some of Jamie Oliver's latest desserts.
Darragh will be finding out what to buy the girl who has everything.
But first, I went to Dublin to hear about a new initiative linking farmers with those in need. It's 7 o'clock in the morning and I've come here to North Dublin, to the Crosscare organisation, who have since 1941 been feeding people who cannot afford to eat. They've set up a really interesting new initiative. It's called From Farm to Fork, and it's linking them directly with farmers who have produce that they kindly donate. So we're off to Meath to meet a farmer who's going to harvest some vegetables, and by this afternoon those vegetables are going to be served as healthy, nutritious meals in the Crosscare Community Cafe.
On a frosty, chilly morning, I travelled with Crosscare's Michael McDonagh and Derek Balmain to the Mead farm in Lobanstown, County Meath, one of 5 farms involved in the Farm to Fork project. There are 450,000 people in Ireland in food poverty today. Unsurprisingly, charities like Crosscare are under huge pressure to meet this demand.
Over the last 2 years, our information and advice services have been flooded with people. They're doubling the number of people coming to the door. People struggling with their rent, people struggling with landlords, difficulties in trying to just make ends meet on a day-to-day basis. Now increasingly, people are coming looking for food alone, and they can come and get a bag of groceries or a bag of food that will support them and their families, and that's a reality for a lot of people now. They're living so close to that line that getting food for the family is difficult.
Just an hour north of Dublin is the Meads Fruit and Vegetable Farm. The family has donated fresh produce to Crosscare since 2008, and it was this that gave Michael the idea to set up Farm to Fork. Today, the Meads donate 1.5 tonnes of nutritious produce every week. Simply because of their shape, these fruit and veg don't meet the supermarket standards.
Morning, Philip.
Morning, Ella.
How are you?
How are you doing?
Oh, nice cold hands there.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting a head start on me. We're going to take some spuds out of the ground. There are still spuds in the ground,
That's
which
right.
is pretty amazing for this time of the year.
Yes, normally the crops would be lifted by the end of November, but just difficult growing season we're after having, there's about 10-15% still to be lifted.
So tell me, what kind of vegetables do you give to Crosscare?
Well, just to give you an example here, this is a perfect example here of class 2 potato. Basically, you can see there's mechanical damage there, where, if you just snip that or cut that off, it's perfectly edible, perfectly healthy, that potato. You have misshapen produce, it's all perfectly edible, it's just the appearance of it.
And how much would you recommend this to other farmers around Ireland who may want to get involved in giving a bit of their produce to charities?
I would really recommend it because it's a feel-good factor, it's giving something back to society, and if everybody pulls together, it just shows what can be done and giving back something to people in need.
So I think we need to get digging, because I know that there's a meal happening this afternoon. We need to get these spuds down to Dublin.
Okay.
The frozen wet field was no place for a tractor, so we had to gather the potatoes the old-fashioned way, with a spade. Spuds lifted straight out of the ground, we packed the van with fresh produce, all donated by the Mead family. In the centre of Dublin, on Portland Row, is Ireland's only food bank, run by Crosscare. The relationship they're building with Irish farmers is central to their ability to feed healthy, fresh, seasonal food to those who need it.
It's obviously a very new project, but how have you developed the relationships with the farmers?
Well, originally the farmers came to us. Yeah, so they came to us and they said, look, we've got this perfectly good produce. It's a shame to send it to landfill. Could you do something with it? If it wasn't for the farmers that we're dealing with, there would be no way we could provide stuff like this to the people who need it most.
Last year, Crosscare cooked and served over 60,000 hot meals to people who visited their 3 community cafes across Dublin.
One of our cafes now is open in the mornings because we've identified that people before they go to work or before they bring their kids to school are having problems giving them breakfast. So it's about having the centres open early so as they can come in before they go to work and have their breakfast. It's why the onus is on charities now to try and move away from that model of soup kitchen where there's a massive stigma going in, and bring it to a more kind of community cafe where people can come in and they see high standards, they see, that they're given respect.
Afternoon, Paula.
Hiya, Ella.
How are you, Chef?
Brilliant.
I come bearing gifts.
That's great.
How good is it for you to get this kind of fresh produce?
It's great for us. It's great to think that this was in the ground this morning, and now today we're going to have that on a plate at dinner time. And you can't get any fresher than that, really and truly. It could be sitting on a supermarket shelf for 2 days, and the nutrition is diminishing as it's sitting there. So this is brilliant.
What are you going to cook this afternoon?
Today we're having leek and potato soup, and we're going to have roast turkey, mashed potatoes, and fresh mixed veg straight from the ground.
I've got very good knife skills.
Brilliant, because we've a busy day ahead. Come on, get chopping.
From older people living alone to younger people who are currently homeless, the meals served in the cafe are often the only proper nourishment they'll get during the day.
Great food.
Whatever's put out,
Whatever's put out, we eat. It's always nice. It's always better. Just never complained about food.
We haven't had a bad dinner, have we, Jimmy?
No, not once.
Well, the cabbage and the bacon, I think it's precautious.
The cabbage and the
white
bacon.
sauce, oh.
Can't go
It
wrong
brings
with that.
me home, it brings me home again.
For those who can't afford it, these hot meals are free. For those who can, they contribute a small amount to help cover the costs.
And is this your table, Kathleen?
This is our table, yes. Yes, this is our table. This is where we come and we sit here and have a chat and have a beautiful meal.
Monday to Friday,
Monday
is it,
to
Monica?
Friday.
Yes, yeah. What's the food like, Anne?
Beautiful. And we enjoy the vegetables, lovely fresh vegetables. You're getting a soup, your main course, and then your dessert. And it's all for €3. And the staff is absolutely fantastic. If you're living on your own, this is great for you. It's better than the Gresham.
It's better than the Gresham. So Tom, are you enjoying the mince pie?
Yeah, I am indeed. I'm here since 1992.
92?
After my flat was burned, and I got a dinner here. And I was coming here ever since. Yeah.
Do you come here every day?
Every day, yeah, every day.
And do you like the fact that the vegetables come from the farmers in the morning?
Yeah, I do, yeah. I love vegetables.
Do you?
I do,
Yeah.
For those facing crippling financial pressure, Christmas can be a time of dreadful stress. Getting food on the table is their only priority. The things some of us take for granted during the festive season are forsaken.
So Michael,
Yeah?
I've got a bit of a surprise for you.
Oh no.
I've made a phone call
Okay.
to the champion Christmas tree grower in the whole of Ireland. He's around the corner here. He's come with quite a few presents.
Wow.
Christy, Michael, it's Christy
How are
Kavanagh.
you doing, Christy? How are you? Wow.
Christy comes bearing these gifts for you.
Christmas trees.
Yeah, these trees, Michael, are from a charity. They're from our beautiful Christmas tree farm in Newton McKennedy in County Wicklow. And we're going to donate them to yourselves for all the good work that you do.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you so much. I already know so many families that will absolutely appreciate these this holiday season. Times are tough everywhere, all around, and it can be hard for families feeding themselves, let alone getting Christmas trees and presents and stuff like that. A lot of kids around here have never had a real Christmas tree, so that will make a big difference to us. Thank you so much. Really.
You're welcome.
The Farm to Fork initiative is at its infancy, but it's already been hugely successful. Michael knows the potential, and he's keen to hear from more Irish farmers.
I'd appeal to any farmers out there to help us with developing this kind of initiative nationwide. You know, I think together we can make a real difference. People often think about donating money at Christmas, but sometimes produce and stuff like this can really go directly into helping families most in need.